Okay, guys, I wanted to bring something to your attention. I know some of you don't know this. I know some of you's been trying to find ways to assist us. Some of you were asking, even some of yous were sending things to the church to show, to just to support the work and donations and so on. We appreciate that as a church. I appreciate that and the way that you guys are responding in a very positive way. But there's something you need to know. For example, the YouTube platform, if you say I'm going to donate to your ministry, I'm going to give something, right? The YouTube platform takes about half of what you give to the church or you give to this ministry. And it takes a lot to run YouTube videos, by the way. I don't go out begging for money, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not free. All right, content's coming at you every single day. Takes works, takes time, and it does cost. Actually, I have to upgrade my computer again. This is like the third computer in 2 years. So that means our GPUs get eaten up and a lot of things happening. And these computers are running about $1,000-something. So God is being good to us. So I'm very grateful. And some of you are standing with us and we don't mind making the necessary sacrifice. But one of the ways, if you want to support the channel, for those of you who's been asking, we started what is known as a Patreon account. This is what Patreon looks like. So I'm going to walk you through this so you have an idea. So Patreon gives you the ability to support the channel. The first thing I want to tell you is that we don't have any audience right now. I think we only have Roque, who is also maintaining the channel. So a Patreon is allowing you to become a member of the YouTube channel, for example. So instead of you sending donation directly to the church and stuff like that, which is all appreciated, but the thing is, you can simply go on our Patreon and stand with us that way. By doing so, we will get, I think it's for over 90 something percent of whatever you give to Patreon comes to the church, and it goes to sustain the YouTube channel that way. So that's why it is such a significant thing. So let me show you the different tiers that we have. So a person who chooses to be a Patreon, and this is fine, you can actually choose to do this on a monthly basis. So there is like level 1, which is like $5 a month. There it is right there. So it's level 1, $5 a month, and you can cancel this anytime. You don't have to stick with it. And it gives you a number of things, which is general support, digital download, and ad-free videos. You actually get to see videos before they come out on the other platforms. So once you go on Patreon, you support the Ken Hirsch channel that way. Whenever I make a video, it goes here first. And sometimes I make the videos, you guys don't see it till the next day on YouTube or Facebook. These platforms gets it for free, but you don't get it right away. And it's actually what I've begun to do now. I have longer versions for Patreon members. So I'm doing certain videos that will be removed on YouTube, that will not be allowed on YouTube. They go on Patreon. So certain things will get copyrighted. Certain things are very sensitive subjects. They go on Patreon. So if you are on Patreon, you're going to get to see what nobody else is seeing. That's one thing. And the other thing is, depending on which level that you have, so each level is different. So if you look at level 2, it gives you general support, digital download, ad-free, exclusive content, and also phone calls. So if you're looking to get in touch with me in any reason whatsoever, this will make it possible. By the way, this is the business line anyway. You since you saw it, it's okay. But the thing is, but if you're looking to talk to me on a one-to-one level, that's gonna give you that access as well. And when I say digital download, some of my study notes, I was putting them on this blog. I'm gonna move them to Patreon. Some of them are gonna be on a Patreon for the people who are members. So if you have level 1 or level 2, you will be able to have the study notes. So whenever I do a video now, I'm gonna put a study note below, and that will give you access to that as well. So there's level 3 on Patreon, which is $15 a month. That will give you exclusive content, phone calls, and exclusive voting power and private community. So that is also really cool. So you will have, so I think I have a community thing open now, where you can actually, we have nobody there, but this will be, for example, one of the places where on Patreon we can talk directly to myself and also Roque, who is running the channel as well. This will give you direct communication with me. Why is this significant? Well, sometimes when you put out a video, I put out a video on YouTube, and people are asking for, hey, James, can you check out this or can you check out that and stuff like that. When you put it to the comments, I gotta tell you, man, I get like over 300 comments a day. Like, there's no way I go through all these comments. I cannot. And actually, the top tens are the ones that I see, depending on what time I open my phone and go through them. I don't sit down and read comments all day. I cannot do it. So on Patreons, we get to do that. Myself and Roque, we are maintaining that. And we are able to come here and you can chat directly to us and you can put a link. You can ask this video to be checked out, request and stuff like that. If you go on Patreon, your request comes first. So people who putting things in a comment, he gets drowned out. I'm not gonna lie to you, he gets drowned out. You're not gonna get what you're asking for. 9 times out of 10, that's gonna happen. There are a few people who have contact with me on my phone, and you know who you are. When you send me things directly, that's a different story. But one of the best way to get your videos checked out, you want me to respond to something, address a particular question, or you want me to make a video about this and stuff like that, you can let me know what you want, but you have to be a Patreon member. That gives you power over how the channel is run. So it's a beautiful thing to know that your request will be acknowledged. And one thing I'm also going to do is whoever put that request on Patreon, I'm going to acknowledge you. I'm going to mention your name and say, so-and-so, you sent me this video. I want to mention you, this and that and everything else. And I get to promote your content here as well. There is a live stream that can happen here on Patreon. So that's something I'm working on. So there will going to be specific live streams for Patreon members. So depending on how the members are growing up, and as they start growing up, there's going to be private conversation that we are having here on Patreon. That's not going to happen on YouTube or any other platforms. So to keep it simple, it is patreon.com /Kenhurst SDA Church. So I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to put that at the bottom of my screen as well. So whenever you want to have that conversation with us and you want to see contents that nobody else is seeing, and you're also looking for ways to also make requests known, to have digital downloads to our files, to my Bible studies. I'm doing a Bible study series right now on it's entitled Spiritual Warfare. So I just recorded number 5. So they're gonna start coming out in the next, I'd say in the next 3 weeks. So I'm waiting because I'm going through them one after another. So once they start coming out, Patreon members not only will see the videos first, but they're gonna have the study notes. So if you want the study notes for those videos, which mean the entire PowerPoint for each particular video is going to be linked together. So you're going to get to download that and use it as you will, all of that. And I have a lot of Bible study stuff so that I can share with people. So on Patreon, you guys are going to have access to all of this. So think about it, pray about it. And I'm not saying do what you cannot afford. Let the Lord lead you in this direction. But if you love what we're doing here as a people, as a church, you enjoy some of the contents that's happening here, one of the ways to help us pay the bills, share us with others. And we are involved in certain ministries as well around the neighborhood. But one of the ways to maintain the YouTube channel, to keep things flowing, is to become a Patreon member. YouTube is not fair. I'm telling you, YouTube is not fair. So when you give like $2 or $5 on YouTube, YouTube takes half of it. Half of it. And by the time we get it, it's a long process. Patreon works exceptionally well every month. And the members can just donate. We get about 95% of whatever you guys give. And it really does make a huge difference. It goes right into the church account. It doesn't come to me. It goes into the church account. And the church use that to maintain the YouTube channel and to address certain things as well. So anyway, it's a blessing. So if you are looking for ways to get in touch with us and have special privileges, you get to see videos before anybody else, and you have access to digital download and private communication with me, and your requests get to be honored above everybody else. Become a Patreon member. I already have a few videos that I'm uploading right now. So for example, this is a study note where you can actually go here and you have access to that study note right there. So, but Patreon members, you guys are going to be you're going to be treated extra special. Everybody's special, but you're going to be treated extra special because of the way you're supporting the channel. You get privileges like nobody else. Anyway, think about it, pray about it. Let me know if that's something you want to do. You want to sustain with us. You want to stand with us. I would appreciate that. God bless you. Until next time, have a good one. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. Bye.